Welcome back to Once Upon a Sister. I'm Faith.
I'm Rosalie.
And we're your hosts.
This week we are super excited because it is our book club episode.
Project Hail Mary.
We will be talking about the book and the movie because we went and saw that today. Yeah. So
we'll give like a warning when we talk about the movie in case you don't want to know anything, but
we'll do that towards the end. But spoilers, if you haven't read the book, click out of this video because we're about to spoil everything.
And read the book. It's
so good. Like, wait, are we getting into it?
Wait, pause. Let's talk about before we jump into it.
About to say is so twisted. The way
sometimes you jump into something, and I didn't hear the beginning, so then I'm just like, "What's going on over here?"
Because you said pause, and it made me think of that one audio that you said you
pause.
Didn't know.
I was about to say is so twisted.
Okay. Before all that, though, because I feel like we're gonna want to talk about it for a while. What have you been reading?
I read that, obviously. Read Project Hail Mary. And then, did I read something else? Or did I just jump straight into...
I think you've just been reading something else.
Yeah, I've been reading... I listened to the second M.M. Lion.
Oh, yeah.
Which I really liked it. It's fun. I'm excited to keep seeing how it's going. Yeah, I liked it. It's fun.
There's not much to say about like the first couple.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell it's just like starting to get up. And then I started The Gilded Cage, which is the second book in the Prison Healer series.
Took her long enough to start that.
So if you follow me on Goodreads or if you see my Goodreads or whatever, I said on there like time to finish up some series that I started because last year in the midst of my slumps, I started so many series
and then never finished.
Like. There also like I was in the middle of series that like,
but also I think because with book club we'll read like the first of something a lot.
Yeah. So I never read the second one of the One Dark Window.
Oh yeah. Honestly, it wasn't. I don't know. It was good. It just ended up being a little bit lackluster to me.
Oh well, I have that next to read after this. I know it was a third Prison Healer. It's just not available.
The Prison Healer is really good.
Yeah. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm 50% through. But I was telling her like there's a character in it it's like driving me crazy. Like she's being so ununderstanding of this person's circumstances.
No understanding of anything but what's happened to
she's
her.
like, this is happening to me, this is all about me, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's driving me crazy. I want to slap her in the face. Oh, just wait.
No, she was telling me about it and I like for a second was not remembering, and then I finally like clicked in my brain who we were talking about, and I was like, oh my gosh, like just so annoying,
so frustrating.
Get over yourself. Think about what other people have gone through too.
So yeah, anyway, so I'm reading that one. I have like so many books lined up that I need to like finish the series. Like I've talked about, I read The Light Lark, I read the first 3 books, which that one like I did knock those out pretty good. The only reason I stopped.
I think that's different than like just the first book.
But I mean, the books came out like at the end of my pregnancy, so I have the Grimm and Oro, which is like
the dual-sided
one
we talked about.
Yeah, it's like a dual.
We talked about
novella. Yeah, I know. It's like 2. Okay. I know. I'm just talking about it again.
I didn't know.
it's 2 novellas like in one book, so it ends up being like a full-length book. But and then it's like literally like if you haven't seen it, it's like flips. Like if you look at the cover on one side it says Grimm, and then like halfway through it'll like the words will be upside down. You gotta flip it over and it'd be the Oro side. And also I don't know which one to read first. I'm guessing Grimm because it's called Grimm and Oro. But that
maybe read the one you like.
That's really hard.
Like, do you not know who you're reading
for? I don't know who I'm rooting for. That's what I'm like.
I wonder if this will give any sort of clarity for that.
It's so hard. Like I have like certain moral things that I want to like lean towards. But I've never had like a love triangle
actually be
where I'm like actually like I don't know who I want. There's one that I feel like I'm kind of leaning towards, but it doesn't make sense for my like normal.
None of the books
do though. I don't know. I am interested to see how she does all that because yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been reading. I feel like I'm in, and I'll talk about it a little bit more, but I feel like I'm in a little bit of
a
slump from Project Hail Mary.
Oh, okay.
Like Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
It's hard to come out of a book like that and just jump into other stuff. But what have you been reading? I know you got stuff you wanted to say.
Well, definitely Project Hail Mary. But I finished. Okay, and I was talking about this last week when I was reading the 7th Emma M. Lyon book, and I was like, I don't know if they're going to continue the series. Post. I looked at the author's Instagram, and she just posted a few days ago that she's writing a 9th book, and I was like, oh!
It's in her bio, I think I saw.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just saw it on the post, but, like, that gave me, like, so much, I don't know, happiness, because, like, I don't know. First of all, I finished the 8th book, so right now I'm just sitting here with nothing to read. But as I've been going through the series, like, obviously I've been gushing about it, but I don't know, for some reason this is just reaching like ACOTAR levels of obsessed for me. Like I am really? Like, you know, like the way I want to explain it is like, you know how we read certain books and like those characters you feel like you really know them, and like it's really sad because like they're not in real life to communicate with. Like that's how I feel about ACOTAR. Like I have such a connection with those characters, and like they're just not here. Like I can't. And then it's so sad when you finish the books, but like on another level. I feel that with a lot of books, but there's like certain series
they just
that are
special.
On a different level that like you just connect with the characters and just the series in general. And that's how I'm feeling about this series. Like the 8th book, I was sitting there, like I had to listen to it at work. I actually like stopped because I was like, I just want to read this at home, but I was just like sitting there trying not to sob with what was going on in there. And like I don't know, I just like care about those characters so much, and it's like, I don't know, the way the author writes is very, I feel like I'm turning into old English when I talk about them, because I'm like, now they're like near and dear to my heart, and I'm just obsessed with the characters in that book and like the situation. And I think another part of it is because it's a found family, like,
I was gonna say,
it's a
like your
heavily
favorite trope.
Found family trope in there, and that's like one of my favorite, but it just, oh my gosh, it is done so well. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's really fun when you get another series that like is one of those just top tier obsessed with. And like right now I'm like, I think I'm going through a little bit of a slump too, because I'm coming off of that and Project Hail Mary. So I'm like, loved Project Hail Mary, love Emma M. Lyon, and like so obsessed with those characters that now I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what to read because nothing is quite hitting. It's what like I'm enjoying, like, but it's just not.
This happens to me sometimes where like I read something that is so good and I love it, right? And then whatever follows up, like I feel like it gets tainted by my feelings for what I just read. So sometimes
in a good or a bad way.
Like sometimes it gets in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I need to wait to read this when I'm not in this like high from this other book, because I feel like I'm gonna hold it to the standard of that, and like it could end up being that same way for me, but I have to separate the two.
Yeah,
the only time I've had it work out was when I read Fearless and then Sunrise on the Reaping back to back. Like that was, but
I think it just depends on, I don't know, but I've just been so happy because like we talk so much about our favorite series and y'all obviously know what they are.
Yeah,
but it's like after reading so many different books, you don't get that feeling as often where you are completely obsessed with it, and that is what I'm feeling towards Emma and Lyon. And I like, I don't know, it like re-sparks my love for reading, but now I'm like, oh, I have to wait. I don't know when she's gonna release. All I know is she's writing it, so I don't know when that's gonna come out. But it is nice because the first few books in the series are really short, but they get bigger and bigger. So this last one I read was like 350. So it's nice to know that like I have a chunk of time to spend with these characters, and it's not just this little portion. But I think that's a big reason why, I don't know, like people are like, oh, it's fun. Like I'm not saying everyone has to love it, but I think that's what's shocking about it, is because in the beginning it's like, oh, it's just a little tiny book you're reading about this girl and like her random days. But like over time for me, I've grown to love it so much, and you spend so much more time with her and these characters. I don't know.
I know you said you just made me think. I sent you a TikTok. I know you said you were like looking for more Regency era, like Victorian or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
which though I want to read. You did, I saw the one you sent me, and I want to read into that genre, but I'm scared
that nothing's gonna hold.
I need to read something else.
I saw this
before I get into the next.
Yeah. I saw this TikTok, and this girl, it's like, dearest no spice reader, allow me to introduce to you your next Regency read. And it's like 3 books. And the first one says Pride and Prejudice vibes, Grumpy Sunshine, Forced Proximity, Must Find a Husband. And then the second one says fake engagement, rivals to lovers, dream magic, feuding families. I'll stop there, but they're called, the book one is called Tempests and Tea Leaves.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. I think it'll be cute.
The covers are really cute, so I'm like, I don't know how it helps. I think
I was gonna put those on my want to read.
In the comments for this TikTok, it doesn't have like a bajillion views, but it has a few comments, and someone was like, that's like one of my 5-star reads for this year. So I'm like interested to try it out. That. Nice to have like a no spice option.
Yeah. And that's the other thing about,
and it's on Kindle Unlimited.
That's the other thing about the M line is like, obviously I don't know exactly what she might do in the future, but so far no spice. Like, there's not really been a moment that could even happen, but it's just that's not happening, and
it's not that type of
there's really no cursing in it either. Like there was one curse word said in this last book, but I also wanted to say, obviously I still read romance and I enjoy them, but I think there's something different about the format of Emma M. Lion, because it's like we're spending, like, it's not like a normal series. Like, obviously it's not a romance series, but like most romance series are one book per couple. But this one is just written in such a different format like than anything I've ever read. So it's just, I don't know. I just am obsessed with it, and I don't know how to like word the feelings I have towards it. And I'm not expecting everyone to have the same feeling I do. It's just, I'm really enjoying that I do have that feeling, because it's nice to just have those series that you're obsessed with, and you just can't stop thinking about them.
You like, the world is like, also that's just what's obviously like, that's why we love reading. That's the whole point. It's like, literally, it's just like a little world that, like, obviously it's like in a book. But then like you get to like I can think about any book I've read, and then in my head I go into the world I created. Like I have a whole image in my head of like what it was. But yeah, I'm excited to keep going on it. Also, just like all these books that I needed to finish. Like, also, I'm not gonna force myself like to push through a series, because I'm like, if I'm not liking it,
but there were ones that you like were interested in, you just hadn't gotten to them.
Yeah. But anyway,
I think
everything we were saying was making me want to bring up stuff about Project Hail Mary. So I'm like, let's go ahead
get into it.
Let's get into it.
Another warning: please click off if you haven't read. Come back when you've read it, and we will talk.
Yeah. Okay.
It's highly recommended.
What did you rate it?
5 stars.
Yeah, I feel like
there's no other option.
I was like, I feel like we both were so surprised by this book.
No, yeah.
I was not expecting to come out of this. This is one of my favorite books I've ever read.
No, literally.
I was not expecting to come out of this having loved the book
so much.
Also, I was talking to her about it in the car today on our way to go see it in the theater. And I was like, I feel like it was totally God, like, in control of the situation, because we, like, as you know, if you watched a couple episodes ago, but we like had picked a different book for this month, and then it was like a small little like author I found on TikTok, and it said it was going to be no spice, and so we're like, oh cool. Rosalie started it, and then we like, there was just some things, and we were like, okay, that like raised up her little red flags, like convictions, and she texted me. There was a whole thing, like we're like, okay, yeah, let's just figure something else out. So we're like scrambling that day, because it was like March 1st,
and we had announced it. I don't want people to start reading it. Like, we wanted to get ahead of like
people getting it, because I was like, oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited, like everybody can get it if you have Kindle Unlimited. But so like we stopped it real quick, and then I was like, randomly I had the idea, like, what about Project Hail Mary? And she was like, well, I've had that idea too, but how are people going to get it in time? And I was like, I don't know, let's just vote, let's have people vote. And then everybody voted for it.
I'm gonna be out.
And so I was like, I feel like it just worked out, and we're like, okay, cool. Because obviously like the movie's coming out this month, so there's a little bit more hype for it.
We had so much interaction in the book club.
We've never had this many people.
It has been so fun.
Like, it feels like we're actually in a book club, because like I said last week, like a lot of this is just us, or like us talking to our mom, or us talking to our cousins. Like, it's.
But I've been so giddy every day. Like, every day I check Fable, and I'm like, what are people saying?
Because like, I have the notifications on, so every time someone comments, I go in, I'm like, what'd you say?
It doesn't notify you when they respond to other people.
Yes.
So like, I've been going in to just make sure I could see those, because it's just so fun
conversation
to see
in each
everyone's
chapter.
Thoughts on the book.
And there's been like people joining in like later too. Like,
also, if you are watching this, or happen to be watching this when the month is over, you can go back in the club and click on that book and like still comment in that chat room. So it's not like it's going to be gone. You can still go see what everyone says.
So if you like didn't, I know Emily, our friend from youth group, not our cousin.
From Ye Long Day.
Yeah, she's
been on hold for a while.
She's like been on hold for a while, and so I don't think she's going to be able to read it before this episode comes out. But if you do, when you do get it, Emily, just go and you can like go there. You can go up there and like see all the books we've ever done as a group. So, but it's just been so fun having so much interaction, having everybody talk, and you can comment like pictures.
The pictures.
No, I figured that out. Like I was commenting and I saw the little picture in the corner and I was like, oh, perfect. I commented a reaction meme, and then like I told you and you were like, oh, and then we told our cousin Jordan. And she's like, oh my gosh,
we've been using reaction memes like crazy
as like a form of communication.
So it's perfect for us. But it's been like, on top of everyone interacting, it's been so fun because it seems like all of y'all love the book just as much. Like, y'all are obsessed with it too.
But that's what I mean by I feel like it was like God had his hand over the month, just because it is our goal for this, like to have growth and like have a little community. And like, so like this being the result, like us picking this book and then having so much conversation and interaction has just been really fun.
So fun.
Loving it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
now we need to get into the book.
Let's get into the book. I rated it 5 stars. Oh my gosh, this book was so good.
So insanely good. It took me like, not took me a while to get into it. Oh, this was what I was wanting to talk about. So when I was talking about how like I was scared in the beginning, I don't think it would have been like this if it wasn't for the fact that I went and saw this movie a couple months ago called Iron Lung. I went and saw it with my brother and our cousin, and I don't know if any of y'all know, but there's this YouTuber, his name is Markiplier. He's been on YouTube for years, and he started producing a movie. And like I grew up watching some of his videos, Jordan did, and our brother did too. So he was like, well, let's just go see it. But it's like a horror movie where he's like in this submarine, but like on a different planet, and like he's down in submerged, but like this ocean is blood, not water. I know, it was a creepy movie. But so the second like in the book Ryland wakes up and he's in like he doesn't know what's happening, I was like, oh, it's like immediately reminding me of this horror movie that I went and saw.
You got like
so I like had the heebie-jeebies for like those few chapters, but it quickly changed and I was like, this is not like, it is not really similar to it at all. It's just the fact that like they're both in these enclosed spaces, nobody to communicate to, and like I guess it is both technically sci-fi, but that was my little random tangent about that because it was
it's so funny.
Like nobody can understand this. Maybe Jordan will, but it was just such a random moment. But no, I was not like scared really the whole book. It was just like
and that's what I thought.
Yeah,
because a few months ago was when we were seeing The Housemaid. I don't know. Some movie we were seeing, they had like a teaser trailer for Project Hail Mary, and I was like,
a little bit like,
yeah, I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But it was like barely showed anything. It just basically showed him in space by himself, basically, because that like being alone in a vast like
wide open space.
One of my biggest fears is like to be in the ocean by myself, like, and just looking around and like there being nothing. Like that's one of my biggest fears. And then also space. And so I never saw Interstellar, but when Interstellar was like coming out and like the trailers and stuff, I would literally get like panic attacks from the trailer. Like it would stress me out to watch the trailer. That's the one with Sandra Bullock, right?
I think so. It's like multiple space movies.
But oh my gosh, dude, where she like gets stuck out there by herself.
No, yeah.
That's what I thought this was gonna be, as far as like, I thought it was going to be like anxiety inducing. And yeah, there were anxiety inducing like moments, but it's more just like, he's just like I don't know.
It was honestly like heartwarming.
It was like, heartwarming. It was just... And then like his character, I opened up Google and it's this picture of Katniss. Can you see it? Anyway. What I was going to look up.
Interstellar.
Oh yeah, Interstellar. It just, I thought it was going to be like anxiety inducing like that, but it was really just more, I don't know. He's just such a positive person. Also, he was just like, the whole time he was like excited by science.
No, literally.
And so that was like exciting. It was infectious.
We were talking about how, and like on the Fable, everyone was talking about like not understanding what he was saying at all.
No.
Honestly, there were some parts where I was like, wait, I am understanding this. I feel a little smart. But like hearing him explain it and like just the tone, like he was so excited.
Yes.
And it made it so infectious. Like
yes.
the moment he sees Rocky and then he whips out the computer, I was like, oh, like,
yes.
This is so exciting. The way he's like going about it, and also just them both being so excited. Like,
yes,
him and Rocky are one and the same.
Yes, them both like amazing.
Like, so cute. Dude,
Oh.
that's one thing I wanted to bring up. So I feel like I did probably 50% audiobook, 50% read it on my Kindle. And I was reading on my Kindle when Rocky got introduced. So you probably didn't see this because like you're listening to the audiobook, but when Rocky like starts talking, it's parentheses and music notes.
Oh.
And so I was like,
that's what we hear.
I wonder how this sounds in the book.
Yes, no, it's very interesting. When that part came up, I was like,
yeah,
I thought something was playing outside of my headphones because I was like, what was that? And then I was like, oh, that was the book. Yeah. Like,
no, but in like the actual written part, it's like the music notes, and then like when they start getting the language down, you see the like if he starts speaking, but there's like one word they don't know, it's just like words and then a random little music note and then words. So I was like, that's so interesting because you probably didn't see that at all because you didn't pick it up physically.
I mean, they read like that.
No, and then I was like, I wonder the next day when I got to work and I was about to press play, I was like, I wonder what this is going to sound like. Like, are they going to actually play music or is it going to be...
It's like tones.
Tones.
Yeah, which is technically like a music, basically.
Well, yeah.
But
I just wondered if they were actually going to do that or if it was just going to be normal talking.
Yeah. I think that I love a good flashback. So it was like fun for me, like right off the bat, like we wake up to him or we start with him waking up.
Yeah.
And then like when the first time he got a little like snippet of a memory coming back, I was like, what just happened in the book? Because I was listening to it and it doesn't say like jumping back. I was like, but then his tone immediately changed and like the way he faded off and like started into the new part, I was like, okay, he's having like a memory. I figured it out. But at first I was like, what just happened?
In the book, it's like separated by like a little dash thing.
Yeah. So, but I was like, oh, this is fun. Like getting to see that. But also
it was, I think it was done really well. It's like the pacing of the flashbacks, like as you build up and
like
get
as he's discovering things, like it's like pertinent to like what's going on with him. He's like having little memories, having little flashbacks. But I thought it was so like I said, like his joy of like the science was infectious. Like
so infectious.
Literally as they're discovering astrophage and they're like realizing this is deadly, he's like still excited because he's like doing science.
Yeah.
Like he's
Which
like,
was crazy because like the fact that he's like, it's terrifying on one hand,
but it's just
so exciting on the other.
It's just so new to them. Also, I just loved his humor, like his like kind of dry humor.
Dude, so good. But also just like, I literally took a picture one night. I was like in bed reading, so tired but still reading. I was like, I need to take a picture of this because it's so funny. I can't even remember what scene it was, but he said, oh, it was when he was explaining sleep to Rocky. And he was like, how do I explain this? Hey, I'm going to fall unconscious and hallucinate for a while. By the way, I spend a third of my time doing this, and if I don't do it for a while, I go insane and eventually die.
Yeah.
No need for concern. Like, just the way, I don't know, I feel like his inner dialogue added so much to it all. And, like, that's the reason that, plus, like, him being just a happy, joyous person with, like, the comedy aspect, I think was, like, why it wasn't really scary.
Yeah.
And, like, it made it really exciting.
And that's what, like, that's why I feel like all the math, all the science, like, didn't even faze me because the way he said it was interesting.
No, yeah. It didn't, like, ever drag on and me be like, wait, like, struggling to get through it.
Oh, it was just such a good book.
So freaking good.
Okay,
it's
so
just the whole time. So good.
So good. There's, like, several moments that
you want to bring up and talk about.
Yeah, like, when he like would cry over his shipmates even though he couldn't remember who they were. I was like, oh, like he could feel that there was a loss there, but he didn't know anything about them. Yeah. Like that was so sad. And then him like sending them off, that was so emotional. Also,
when you cry?
I will say I cried in this book several times, and you know me, guys. I'm not a crier when it comes to books. Also, I'm wondering, that's like something, side note, if it's gonna change for me because
having your daughter.
Because yeah, I was always a huge crier growing up. Always cried over everything.
Still do.
I know, but then I had my first son, and then barely, like, things that would always get me, like in movies and stuff, wouldn't. And even my husband commented, like when he was 7 months old, he was like, "You're not really crying anymore." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why." And then I had my second son, and it came back, and then I was crying again. And so I wonder, like, if, because I just had another baby, and like this whole time that I've been reading has been pretty much, I haven't had a baby. I mean, I've been having losses, but you know, like I haven't like had a full pregnancy or whatever. I'm like, is this gonna like change my hormone setup again? Am I gonna like be a crier? Because
I hope, because crying to books is like such
it's cathartic.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it helps you experience the emotions in it so much more deeply.
Dude, sometimes like, do you ever get this where you're like, you feel like you just need to cry?
I don't really know. I don't
like. I was
always
watching.
Talk about that. That's what I was trying to say last week. Is like, I don't feel like I feel that.
I do. Like, I was watching a show last night, and something sad happened, like really sad, and I was like tearing up, but the tears weren't coming down, and I could just feel this like, I need to cry. Like, yeah. I don't know why. It was one of those moments where I was like, oh my gosh, this is a moment where like I need to let this tear. I remember like literally when I was a little girl one time, my mom was like putting me to bed or something, and I started crying, and she was like, why are you crying? And I just remember being like, I don't know. And then she was like, it's okay, that happens sometimes. And I always think of that every time I cry, when I'm just like overwhelmed, I just don't really know why I'm upset. I always go back to that moment where she's like, it's okay to not know why you're crying.
It
like,
happens sometimes. Dude. Okay, sorry. Back to the book. Because I have some things coming up. The way, and like I know this just plays into like who Ryland is as a man, but the way he was just like so unafraid to walk into that tunnel and start interacting with Rocky. I'm like, yes. The thing that Shelby commented in the chapter was so funny to me. She said, geez, where is it? I have to like look through all these chapters now. He said, so I love Rocky, but also if I'm Ryland, I'm never opening that hatch. Like, that is not like,
yeah.
But I think that's why he was perfect for it, because like he always has that curiosity. I think
also like there was a sense to it where he's like
probably so desperate for interaction.
Desperate for interaction. He's so interested in discovering like an alien. But then also just like he knows he's going to die.
So there's nothing
really on the line.
Yeah, like I was thinking about that today.
He knows that like no matter what, this ends in him dying. So I feel like he's probably a little braver when it comes to that stuff, because he's just like.
Just feel like for me, I'd be so like.
No, when he's like the tap.
But the second the second they start introducing Rocky and talking about him, I don't know if anyone else was struggling to picture him. I was like, what does this thing look like? Yeah. All I was seeing was the spider from Minecraft.
Yeah, when you commented that, I was laughing. I was like, what does this thing look like? No, because I don't know if I dreamt this or what. But for some reason, I thought it was a monkey with him up there. And so, like, I don't know
where you got that.
I don't know where I don't know if I saw Rocky, my brain changed it to monkey, like, or what. But somewhere along the way, because you know me, I don't like spoilers. So I thought I saw something where it was like, oh, he's up there with I thought he went up there with a monkey, like, from the get-go. Him and a monkey.
Maybe people were talking about, like, when they used to send monkeys up to space.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know why. I just, like, pictured a monkey, I guess. And then when he, like, makes contact with the ship, and then it's, like, tap, tap, tap. And then he's, like... like describing the legs, like, and he starts, and then there's like 5 of them or whatever, and then I was like, what is this? Because I thought it was gonna, I don't know why
a monkey up there.
I don't know where I wasn't for sure.
Was this you having like a nightmare about it or something?
No, I don't know. I guess I was also expecting it to have like a face, like, I don't know, but I don't know. At first I was like, I don't like that. Like, why does it look weird like that? Like, like, okay, just like not even a face to look at.
He's a Rocky guy, not to me.
No, I just thought like, cause like not even a face. Like I was like, what are you gonna look at? Like, because so much emotion happens in the face. I was like, how are they going to connect without the face?
But I think he had a lot of emotion.
No, I know. It ended up being perfect. It ended up working.
Yeah, no, him figuring out that, like, Rocky sees him through, like...
that was like, crazy.
What the heck? But...
when he figured out it was, like, from... Like, Rocky's just so genius.
No, literally.
The whole time I was like, this guy's a genius. Oh, also both of them. But, like, Rocky, because he has access to so many, like, materials and elements.
No, yeah.
Where he, like, literally...
building a ship.
He built that wall
Tunnel
full
wall.
of so many elements so that... So
Yeah.
he could test out which one worked for him.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. Like, the whole time they were, like...
I loved how they did the whole, like, him copying thing. Like,
no, that was so cute. But the whole, like, I don't know. I felt like I was on a rush in that beginning part where they're getting to know each other. Like, the way they were just learning things about each other so fast. I'm like, how? I mean, I know they're scientists, so, like, obviously they're smart. But, like, the way...
No, I was like, I would
if
never
I
be able
came
to
in contact with an
them.
alien, I don't know how I'd figure out what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to use to... Like... But, like, him using... Like... molecules and like whatever is like things that are shared, obviously that makes sense now, but like things that are like most definitely happening in both of their worlds because of like space and stuff, like
like
that
when he was
their,
like time, like we both experienced time,
both experience time, but like
that's,
I would
the
be like,
first
I don't
way
know how
they
to figure out your time.
Also, yeah, all those moments had me like stopping and be like, dude, this author is like a genius himself.
I always think about
how
that.
Is he writing all this? Like,
I always think about that with this. Like,
is he a scientist?
This man is a genius and he's able to write. Like, why does he have two?
Yeah,
and like I can't do any of that.
Why is he so talented?
Why does he have multiple
share
talents?
the wealth? It was
I had something I was gonna say and I forgot.
There was just like little moments, like when Rocky finds out that Grace is not gonna go home.
Dude.
Like that he's gonna like sacrifice himself, and he's like, "You are a brave human." I commented on one of the chapters. I was like, that made me tear up. Like
so many moments I was tearing up. Whenever Rocky gets into like, he was alone for 46 years.
No, I know.
And like, the way it's so sad. Him being so. I feel like I started realizing this more because of us watching the movie, which I'm not going to get into it. It was just like me seeing the plot for a second time and understanding things more. But like, the fact that Rocky was alone for so long and like all of his crewmates died and he took on that weight of like he felt like he had to fix it. So it's everything that's going on with Ryland, he's like it's his driving force to want to fix for him. Yeah. And like it like
I know.
It just
also just the like them having each other, like they were both so eager to just not be alone.
No, yeah.
I kind of want to talk about like the flashback parts.
Yeah.
I really liked Strat's character. I felt like she was just, I love how like snippy she was.
I was
and, like,
enjoying it.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. Yeah. I thought that was like fun how she was like setting everything up and like, I don't know. I liked the little parts where he was talking to his students and like having to be like, these kids are just gonna, what they're gonna, like he just had a heart for kids.
Yeah.
And then
that was really sweet.
Him, I don't know. I just loved the parts where he's just like doing the science, like discovering the astrophage. The part where the astrophage like disappeared off the slide.
Yeah.
That was like, I was like, you lost it? And then like when he finds it and then finds that there's another one, I was like, oh my gosh, like what? Like I was just so hooked. Like each chapter was ending so interesting.
I wanted to get in about Strat. How do you say
it's
it?
Strat, right?
Strat. I don't know. I feel like I have conflicting things because like with her ending up making the decision to just force him on the spaceship, which like honestly
shocked me.
It shocked me, but also I'm like, really, what else would she do? There's literally no one. But also the situation itself was just like there is so much emotion coming from Ryland's side of like because he does not believe in himself at all to go do this, and he's terrified. Like he doesn't want to go do this, and then.
But also like them setting it up so that he would basically have they're the ones that gave him amnesia. Did you catch that in the book?
Like the people there?
Yeah, they gave him amnesia so that way he wouldn't he would wake up and just get invested.
Oh no, yeah.
And then once he got everything back, he would be too invested to quit.
Yeah, that's why
which is exactly what happened. But
that's why, like, I was gonna talk about Strat. Like, it's such a conflicting thing in my head because I was enjoying her character so much through the book. So when that happened, I was just shocked.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's just this weird balance of, like, the world is literally ending. And she's trying to do what she can to save it.
Yeah.
But then she also makes this, like, terrible...
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a terrible decision. It's just, like, has a terrible weight behind it of her forcing him on.
Yeah.
Like, it was just such a conflicting thing.
Yeah.
Of, like, I did not enjoy that decision at all. Like, we wouldn't even have...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an insane
But it's, like,
thing.
for humanity. It's for like, mankind.
Yeah, that's what, like... It's terrible that she did that to him, but it's also, like...
I was crying when that reveal happened.
Yeah. It was coming from a space of... She just wants to save humanity.
Yeah.
Like, it's too... It's
Yeah.
like a conflicting thing of caring and making this horrible choice for someone because you care so much.
Yeah.
For the human race. It was just... I don't know. It was a very...
It's crazy to think that, like, the other two ones that went on, like, they literally just got on there to die. Like, they didn't even get to do anything.
No, that's insane.
Like, they just got on that
And the
ship
fact
and
that
died.
he's just, like, left alone. Like, he can't...
Yeah, when he tells Rocky, and Rocky's like, how many of his crew members died? Like, how many they started with, and then how many died, and he's like, we only had started with 3. Like, and, like, that was just so sad. Like,
Yeah. The whole, like... I wasn't expecting to get so emotionally invested with all of the people at the space station. Or, like, I don't know what you call that. Just, like, all the people that were there doing research and preparing to go up.
I will say, I didn't love that we never got to see their point of view.
I felt fine with that.
I don't know, at the end, obviously, you guys know what the end happens at the end, like, that he doesn't go home.
Yeah.
I was like... We never get to, like, see him reunite with it. Like, I know that's part of it.
The point of view, like, at the very end?
The point of view at the very end.
I thought you were saying, like, throughout
not throughout.
process.
Like, we never get to, like, see what Strat thinks about him completing the mission. Or, like, she probably felt very proud of him. And, like...
But it's, like, probably a bittersweet feeling.
Like, it's, like, we just didn't get to, like, see it.
Yeah.
And I didn't love that.
But before we get into the ending, though, like, with all the people in that, like, research center and things... I don't know. I kind of didn't expect to get emotionally invested in that whole process, but I think it's like inevitable because they all care so much and they're like devoting their lives to trying to figure out what's wrong, what do we need to do to fix it. And like the whole scene where, what were their names?
The two members that were like the crew that was going and the backup crew.
Yeah,
the one guy and one girl from each were like,
that were like sleeping together and stuff, and they like had that whole
super out there
that was crazy.
About it. That was,
but just like, even though we really didn't see much, like I felt like you could feel the relationship build up between him and everyone there, and like the sadness. I don't know.
Because they all just have this understanding of like, we're never going to see each other again.
Never going to see each other again.
We're putting our lives on the line.
They're like, it was just such a, I don't know. I didn't expect to feel the emotion I did
also
coming from that.
Something like I felt strongly emotion-wise. I'm like, his students, imagine being his student.
No.
Can you imagine being a middle schooler and like your science teacher is going to die to space to save your life? Like for the rest of the time, like that was my teacher.
Every time he brought up his kids,
I'm like
sobbing.
The way they were like he just loved teaching and they just loved him as a teacher. You could tell they all loved him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that just made me emotional. Every time I think about the kids, I'm like, oh my gosh, like. Also, when they brought that up in the book, when he was like, I seem to be affectionate towards children. I really like kids. Why? He was like trying to place why he was so...
Oh, like when he had the amnesia?
Yeah. And he was like, okay, I'm a teacher. Like, that was so funny.
Dude, I forgot. I was laughing so hard. He's like, this is really weird. What's going on? Like, I hope nothing strange is happening.
He's like, I don't want to be a weirdo. I want to be a bad guy or whatever.
But also, I feel like it was kind of cute because obviously Rocky's like a full functioning, whatever he is, Iridian. And like he has a whole brain, and he would be what you consider an adult. But like I feel like some of Ryland's fondness towards kids and the way he can interact with them played heavily into the way
his patience for
his
that
patience
kind of,
and the way he was interacting with Rocky. Because there were so many moments of things that I'm like, this is such a like teacher or like adult dealing with a kid moment, and it was just, I don't know, it was so cute.
Because I think it's because the way Rocky talks is like broken English that kind of comes across like
that too.
Yeah, like.
But also, I just think Rocky was kind of like a little
silly,
spunky.
Also, okay, so like when Rocky like comes into his ship like in the hamster wheel, I thought that was so funny. Like even I think Shelby comments like, I'm just imagining a hamster wheel, and so was I, like just rolling on in, like taking over the whole thing. Also, him talking about how Rocky was like super heavy, like hundreds of pounds.
Like, I was like 800 pounds, right? Wait, no, maybe
no, they did say 800 somewhere.
What was 800? Was it the gravity? There was something that was 800.
There was something that was... I think he was saying that Rocky was equivalent to like 300 pounds probably.
I don't know where I'm pulling 800 from.
But I know. I'm like, part of me wants to say 800. Where did they use that number?
Yeah, I don't remember.
But...
yeah, that was
also
crazy.
Just him like coming into his ship and...
it was... I don't know. I have like such a like fondness towards them two as a duo because... obviously we talked about how excited they were for science, but the way they were like just so... not hesitant at all to do what they could to help each other and like make what's the word, like make what's the word,
I don't know what you're trying to say,
like do whatever they could to what the heck is the word?
I don't know.
Not allowances, I don't know, just like they were so quick to do anything they needed to adjust like the settings or like anything that the other one needed. Like they were such a team. Yeah. And I loved that.
Yeah. So like, okay, when they built the whole like the chains thing to like get the Talmiba off of Adrian. Also, dude, side note. So I didn't think that, I mean, some of you are older in our, like, not old. I mean, like, some of you are, like, closer to my age or older in our book club. But, like, a lot, like, my sister's younger, my cousins are younger. And I've never watched Rocky Balboa, but my husband and his family love it. So I do know about.
I think it just depends on who you are.
Like, yeah. Well, it's a kind of a famous line. Have you ever heard Adrian? Like, it's Rocky yelling to Adrian. Like, it's like a famous. No, I haven't. Yeah. She also didn't know who stinking Arnold Schwarzenegger was. Okay.
I know his name, just I've never seen him in anything in person.
Whenever his name was Rocky and then he was like, oh, he has a mate, he was like, I'm gonna call her Adrian. I was like busting out laughing. I was like,
yeah, and she commented on the fable and I was like, okay, like
I commented, I was like, the way that he's calling Rocky's mate Adrian,
I didn't make that connection.
Girl, you didn't. I figured, but
I don't know. Yeah. It's crazy how much of like just the 5-year gap between us. Yeah. And it's like I don't know. Like the other night, Friday night, we got home and we went to just grab tacos and come home and eat. And Mom and Dad were talking about Chuck Norris, and I was like, "So who exactly is Chuck Norris?"
No, you're Walker Texas Ranger.
They were telling me that, and I have no idea what that is.
It used to be on the TV when you were a kid. That's okay. I feel like, sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. I feel like part of it is you just didn't pay attention to it.
I just didn't care about that stuff.
Like, because we talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger, like.
Okay, well, I'm also deaf, so maybe maybe I weren't speaking loud enough. I don't know. Jordan and I were talking the other day, and she said something, and I was like, well, I'm deaf. And she's like, you can't always use that. Well, actually, you can use that excuse. I'm like, thank you, because if I'm going to have to deal with this, I should be allowed to use that.
Oh my gosh.
Not to my advantage, but anyways.
It's so funny. Anyway, yeah, so when they're like collecting the Talmiba, and then everything goes wrong, like the fire that was starting because
stressful.
Because of the engine and whatever. That was so stressful. And I will say, it's not a spoiler, but like, oh my gosh, the movie has you just as much on the edge of your seat as the book did in that moment. Definitely. I was like, oh, like even though I knew everything was going to be okay,
to visualize it more.
Yeah,
because I felt like I was struggling a little bit, but it was a very tense moment.
Yes. Also, the way that, you know how when they when he wants the gravity, when he needs gravity in the lab, so they do the, what's it called again? I know
what you're talking about.
Centrifuge.
Yeah.
When they do that, and so like the ship's just spinning.
No, that's like,
when he was explaining it, I was like, it's just constantly spinning, and I was like, I can't picture this.
How do you not feel it?
And then they show it, it's just spinning. That thing is just going, and it looks so fast, and I'm like, how are you not like? And that's why in some shots they show the camera turning, because like, yeah, it's supposed to be like, oh, I
just think I'd be like, how are you not aware of that? Like in my head, It's like when you're on a cruise ship and like the water's constantly moving.
Yeah, like
feeling it.
crazy.
Maybe it's just different because I don't know. Space is crazy. Speaking of tense moments, though.
No, but wait.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you had more to say.
No, because that's like when they get back in and everything's like falling apart. The engine has a hole in it, like, and then the gravity's like not. Everything's going like to the left or whatever, and then he like slams into the
wall.
Yeah,
the station thing.
Yeah, the controls, the pilot controls. And then Rocky Used risks his life for him. Oh my gosh, dude. I was crying. I was like, And then also like...
That was so stressful. I was like...
Yes.
Like once Rylan finally woke up and then we don't know if Rocky's alive. I'm like...
Yeah.
Hello? And I went to comment on the Fable chapter and nobody else had commented. I was like, are we not stressed right now? Just for some reason, there was the specific one I was commenting on. Nobody had. And I was like, I'm over here like stressed.
Did I comment on the very next one?
I think I commented on the next one. Like, but I commented on the one where like Rocky himself like went down. And I was like, what is happening? Like, no.
That was so stressful. Also, like just the way that, because Rocky's whole planet thing is like, they watch each other sleep because they are essentially like paralyzed, I guess, when they're sleeping. Yeah. And so like they keep each other safe.
I think it's because like, they don't have like the, like if Rylan's sleeping and his body can wake him up if he's sensing danger. Like,
yeah, they just don't have that,
like,
I guess.
They don't have that. Their body just wakes up when it is going to wake up.
So when Rylan wakes up and like sees him there and he's like, I'll watch you sleep, buddy. And like, I was just like, oh.
Every time the sleep thing was brought up, I was like sobbing.
Yeah. Because also, he was alone for 46 years. No, yeah. That means he never felt safe. Yeah. In those 46 years, every time he slept.
And the moment, like, while Rocky's in there and Rylan doesn't know if he's going to make it, and he, like, it was kind of a comical moment, but also had me crying, and he, like, put his hand on the glass. Yeah. And he's like, oh, what am I doing? That's weird. I was like, this is so cute and sad. And, like, ugh. Okay. But also, Rocky offering to give him his astrophage. Oh.
And then the part
just, where like I was
sobbing. Where he's like, thank you. Like his voice. No. I was listening to that part. He's like, thank you. Like, because he really he get to live. I was like, yeah. Oh! I was
like the hope he feels in that moment. And also for a second, my brain was like, what if Rocky's lying and he doesn't have the astrophage? Oh, I don't know. He's like gonna sacrifice himself so that Rylan can go home. I don't know. Like, my brain just went there for some reason.
Or whatever. I was like,
no. Oh. Okay. But also going along with that, whenever... Dude, them parting ways.
Oh, that was so sad.
I was sobbing the most during that moment.
Like, I was so sad.
And I'm like, they're never gonna see each other again.
And they can't communicate.
They can't communicate. They're just stuck without each other forever. Yeah. I was sobbing hysterically during that. And then we're like going along, seeing like Rylan's like just kind of like going throughout his days, and him. Like looking through I can't remember what they call it, the little thing where he can see outside. Yeah. And him constantly looking and seeing like the light from
the engine.
From the blip A just like go farther and farther. I was like, that like wrecked me even more because like he's just like holding on to these last little moments of him seeing him ever. And then oh my gosh, when he opens up the stinking astrophage, like I don't remember what he called them. The things that were holding the fuel, and he sees that like he smells it and he's like, crap. Yeah. I remember being so stressed. However you say that was in there. The way my heart rate shot up, like my blood pressure, I was like, no, we can't do this right now. I was
like, no, you were on your way back. Like I really thought
I thought it was dead. I thought it was over.
No. I really thought like once they said goodbye, like, okay, they're going home. We're going to see him reunite with Earth. We're going to see.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that that's how the book was going to end.
Yeah, me too. I was very shocked.
I was not expecting it to go wrong and him to turn around. Yeah. And also, like, I really was not expecting him to turn around. Like,
I feel like I was. I think I was like teetering. Like it was very 50-50 to me. But like I don't think I was as shocked as y'all in the book club have been.
I don't know. I wasn't like shocked, but I was like,
I think because he had the Beatles and he knew he could get the information.
But it was also just like kind of, and I'm gonna like I feel emotional right now. Like because I'm gonna cry. Because like he didn't want to go, like he was literally forced onto the ship. Like also, the way the movie does that, oh my gosh, it wrecked me.
We'll get into that.
Like he was literally forced on there against his will. Like he literally said, like, I'm not cut out for this. I can't do this. And then he like goes through everything he goes through, and then he makes the decision like that he is cut out for it, and that he will do it, like for like a stinking alien. I'm like crying over him, like, oh my gosh. Like that was like making me cry, like the way that he, I don't know, because you know, like as a human you just like
doubt yourself.
You doubt yourself, and then he just like to see how much character growth he had, like the fact that he was willing to, like at first he couldn't do that for Earth, but then he like grew so much that he was willing to do it for Earth and Arid.
For a whole other planet of species. Yeah. I think, I don't know, when it comes to him turning around, I feel like it just made sense to me because like he has no one on Earth. I know he like had his kids. I guess
that's true, yeah.
But it's like the people he went with.
But I mean, they're like adults now.
They're all old. And he's like still...
Well, because it had been 13 years for him to get there. So they're like probably 26, 27. Like,
yeah, they're all adults. And like all the people he did know are way older than him. Who's to say they're alive? And then, like he has no family. So I think, I don't know. I do think, understand why people are like, oh, why did he go to Iridian? But I don't know. It's like the relationship he formed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the relationship he formed with Rocky was like so...
Like Rocky became his family.
Became, like they were just like brothers. Like,
I can't even describe. That's what I was telling you. Like, I was not expecting to like this book so much.
Like, the duo they had, I feel like it's like on the level to me of, like, I don't know. Oh, I just like... It was so beautiful to see the whole time. Like, the way they just... I don't know.
That's what...
Like, that's what I was saying earlier. The way they had no... Like, they did not hesitate to do whatever they needed to do to make the other person, like, and I know that maybe that just seems like such a little thing, but like,
and then when
coming into his spaceship and like he helped him build the whole room, and just like every little like they just, and that's like,
what, like when he gets back to Rocky after that, and Rocky's like still like fix. He's like, okay, we're gonna figure this out. Like, you can still turn around. He's like, well, no, like, now the issue is food. Can't. Like, the issue is food now, not fuel. And so I'm like, oh, that was just... But I was not expecting him to go to Arid. I was like, that's kind of cool, though. Like, that's the next best thing. Like, the fact that he doesn't have to just float in space till he dies. Like, he got to go to Arid, which... Yeah.
Also, I think it was just, like... As much as it's like, oh, you kind of wish he did go back to Earth, I do love the fact that he did get to go there, because like he gets to be with Rocky for the rest of his life. Yeah.
Also, I mean, I kind of like, I know that it's up to your own interpretation, but like it ends with him being like, I don't know if I'll go back to Earth. I might, like, I don't know.
I have no idea what,
because he was talking about at the end, like how he was getting older and he was feeling it.
Yeah,
and,
dude. Sorry, I'll bring it up. The me burgers had me laughing.
I don't think I understood that entirely. What was happening?
So basically they like figured out how to like generate, I don't know, like
his meat,
like his body. So he was eating himself somehow.
When he was saying that, I was like, me burger.
And like I remember like this chapter starts off with, he's like, I took a bite of my me burger, and I didn't like process what that really, like I was like, me burger, okay. And then we move on, and he's like talking about him like, me burger, like this is me.
He's eating himself.
Such an insane.
Such a wild.
And then the fact that he was like, I don't care. I'm just, the fact that I get meat is making me happy, so I'll eat it.
That's crazy, dude.
Anything else?
It was just a really good book.
It was so good. I feel like there's way more I could even talk about. Like, if y'all have things that we didn't
right
even
before
bring
we were gonna film, I was going to the bathroom and I was like talking to her through the door, and I was like, "This is the first book," and I was like, "Wait," I was going to say, "This is the first book I've read." I want to say since like forced reading for school that had no romance in it.
Oh yeah.
Like, we did not read a romance book.
We didn't.
And we loved it.
But I think that's like I just love relationship-based books. Like, that's a friendship. Yeah. And I just love, like, I think to me, like, character-driven stories like that where, like, there's relationships can hit even better than, like, oh, a fantasy plot or, like, an academy setting. Like, it's just, like, those relationships that hit me deeply. And so, like, I didn't need any romance in that book because I was just completely fine
It was a really good book.
It was so good.
It was so unexpected for me. Like, I texted you when I finished it. I was like, I cried. You're like, oh gosh, because if I cried,
I had barely read.
She was like, yeah, you were on like chapter 5 or something. I don't know.
I was like, oh gosh.
She's like, if you're crying,
I'm about to cry a ton.
Yeah.
When it comes to books,
yeah,
I feel like I don't know. I definitely cry, but you cry more than me. But when it comes to books, I cry more. You cry more, yeah. And then you cry less.
Yeah. You cry like situationally. Like, if you have moments where everything's built up, and you lose it, and you start crying over something simple, and I'm like, oh, she's feeling it right now. No, because it'll be like, yeah.
Me when I wanted to read, what's it called?
Onyx Storm. She'd had a bad day. What happened?
It was like something happened to my car. Something went wrong at work. I was on my period. It was so many things.
Onyx Storm came out, and we were getting spoilers. We're trying to. We didn't want to wait. We wanted to read it, and so I was like, I'm just gonna get it on Kindle because the wait was gonna be forever.
My debit card got canceled because it got hacked or something. So
I got mine on the Kindle, and I started reading, and she was like, oh, I think I'm just gonna do the Kindle, and then she couldn't because her credit card wouldn't work. She called our mom.
No, but before I did that, I was sitting there and I was like I was trying not to lose
holding it together.
I was trying not to lose it.
She was trying to read something else, and she was just sulking, and I just kind of looked at her, and she just...
And I whipped my phone out, and I was scrolling. When all your emotions build up, it was like, I know I'm not being rational right now.
She called mom, and she was, Mom, can you please give me your card so I can order the book? And then it was like, I remember just sitting there kind of like, okay, she's going through it. She's not to be reasoned with right now. Like,
what were you gonna reason with me?
No, I mean, there's nothing that's gonna make you feel better in this
Nothing's
moment.
helping in this
And
situation.
then once you got the book downloaded and loaded on your Kindle, I was like, all right, are we good? Are we able to reset for the evening?
When everything just builds up,
yes,
and you have a specific thing in your mind that is gonna make you relax and feel better, and you can't get it because your stinking debit card's canceled and it won't let you.
And she didn't have another card. That was your one card to use. So
I was I don't know. It has to be a moment where there's so many different little things.
I'm every little thing sets me off. Someone's being sweet to their loved one, I'm crying.
No, I have those moments too.
Yeah, but I just cry a lot. Oh my gosh, you're watching this movie the other day. Real quick side note, sorry. We're watching this movie the other day. I just randomly found it on Disney because my kids if it's something they've seen before, they're not interested. If I'm ever
they're always like, can you show me a new cool movie?
Yeah, can we watch something new?
There's not that many movies out there, but
when I need them to actually stay focused on something for a little bit so I can get some work done or something. And so I'll put a movie on, but then they won't stay focused. So I was like, okay, let me find something new. I'm going through Disney, and they have the collections, and I went to 2000s movies and stuff. And I found this movie, and it was Frankie Muniz or whatever, the guy who's Malcolm in the Middle. And it was he was pretty young. I want to say it was probably before Malcolm in the Middle or right before. I don't know. But the whole concept of the story is that he has hydrocephalus and spina bifida. So hydrocephalus is the fluid in the brain, and then spina bifida is he's paralyzed, so he can't walk. And the fluid in the brain, it's very serious. If he has to have shunts in his brain, and they drain the fluid, and if something malfunctions with the shunt, he could die in an instant. It's very serious. It's actually what happened to my father-in-law's the baby that was born after him.
Oh,
that's what he had. So, and he did not survive. That's it. So it's I'm watching it knowing that information, and the boys are
crying.
what does he have? Because there's a part in the movie where the whole family, he's like, I have a headache, and then his older brother and his parents you have a headache, and they start freaking out, and they start trying to load up the car. He's like, no, I just have a headache because I'm thinking too hard. And then they were like, and then the boys were like, what's wrong? And I'm trying to explain to them what it is or whatever. But we're watching it, and the whole thing is the whole concept of the movie is that his brother struggles because his life revolves around his little brother who has got medical issues, and he feels like he's being overlooked because of it. And then he's struggling because he can't do anything that his brother can do. His brother's in all these sports. He's got a wall full of trophies, and he just doesn't fit in with all of it. Yeah. And then he comes across it's called what's it called? Something. Oh, I forgot.
What is
Box
it?
crate derby or so, like a crate.
Boxcar derby?
No, it's like crate something. But yeah, but it's like the ones where it's. Wow,
I don't know what we're talking about.
Give me a pause for a second. Okay, sorry. It's called soapbox derby. It's like it was like these crates that were for soap or whatever. They like used to turn them into these like little cars.
Oh.
But they don't have any gas. Like it's all gravity based. And
is that what they did in the?
There was something else we watched.
In the Little Rascals.
I think, yeah. Or they might have had engines in that because I don't know. But anyway, he discovers it and realizes like he doesn't need to use his feet. He can just sit in it and steer.
Yeah.
And so like his whole thing is like he wants to have a trophy. And so he like does it and he gets his whole family into it and he's got struggles with his brother along the way and like it's really sad. Their little aspect is sad because they're really struggling to communicate, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He does it, like, it brings the whole family together. He ends up winning the championship and gets the trophy. And then the movie, it ends. And then it pulls up that it's a real little boy who really did it. And I'm like, sorry, I'm going to cry again. Like, it shows all his pictures of, like, winning the races.
Dude.
And, like, I didn't know it was a real story. I was like, oh, this is a sweet movie. And then as soon as I saw that little boy's face, I was like, oh, my gosh. And I started sobbing. And the boys come in, like, their boys are like, what? And then... are you okay? And then my husband's like, oh, like he understands why I'm emotional. And he's like, oh, you're so sweet. He's like, give me a hug, comforting me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And so then literally Herschel, my youngest, who's 3, wanted to watch it again the other day. And like as soon as it ended and he sees the little boy's picture come up, he looks at me like to see what I'm gonna do. I'm like, okay, I already had my moment. All right.
I was looking at mom to see if her nose is doing her little cry thing.
Our poor mom, dude. Every time she would cry,
her nose just gives it away when she's about to cry.
She goes.
It like does this like triangle.
She's trying
thing.
to hold the like, yeah.
But so like all growing up, if there's a sad moment, I would always like look at her and
like, leave me alone. And now I get it. I'm like, sorry, me too.
But
my kids look at me the same way.
Just, I don't know. You're just watching your family. I don't know. Yeah, every time it's like a movie and they show like the real life thing after.
I'm like, I was not expecting that. I did not, because nothing on the thing said
it.
No,
real story?
Nothing said this is a real story. This is a real kid.
Funny.
I was like, oh, when it ended and they showed his little like face and oh my gosh, it ended up being a cute movie. But
speaking of movies,
yeah,
now we will be getting into.
This is so long.
The Project Hail Mary.
It's obviously not going to be as long because we already discussed the whole thing. But
Project Hail Mary, the movie, which I don't know. There's not really.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if you're. They really followed the book.
They really followed the book. So if you want to listen to this without seeing the movie,
we're really just gonna be more talking about like I feel like the acting and like because it literally followed the book.
Yeah.
Like it was so.
It was really good. Here's your warning if you want to listen to this or not.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I was phenomenal.
I think this movie,
so good.
It was so good. Like
I was so happy that they followed the movie. There was like a couple additional things.
Yeah.
So small.
That's what I was trying to say to you. Like it wasn't like they took things out. They just added a couple things in.
Yeah.
And it was like really small things that weren't like in depth explained.
Yeah,
but they
because
were still
it was
in
more
the
for
movie.
time. But it was still like there. It was still like
there was nothing like plot
missing.
It all made sense.
Except for one thing.
What?
Which I guess if you don't want to skip this little part. The whole part of it, like it being like a gene mutation or whatever, in order to be able to qualify to go into the coma, they didn't talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till after, which I wonder why.
Yeah,
because I feel like that could have easily been put in there.
Yeah,
and
I feel like because for us, like reading the book, we know like that is a big factor of why Strat put him on. The ship was because he was a scientist who had been present for all of those things and knew every detail of information. Yeah. And he had the mutation or whatever, the gene. And but so they didn't do the gene thing in the movie, but that's like the only thing I think that they left out.
Yeah. I do like it was such a good movie. Acting amazing. We were talking about how the fact that like Ryan Gosling, yes, there's other characters in this movie, but like majority of the movie is him, so it's like he's just acting alone this whole movie, which is honestly crazy. Like the fact that he's able to carry that entire like movie, amazing. He's such a good actor.
He did a really phenomenal job. I knew it, and everybody said this in the chapter 1 was like, I'm like, already picturing Ryan Gosling, and
he's just off the bat the perfect person. They could not have casted anyone better.
It was so good the way he like says things, his humor, his like heart with things. He cried several times in this movie.
So much.
And he did it. I don't think I've watched anything where he like cries. It was so good. The part where Rocky's like, I'll give you astrophage or whatever. Sobbing. Oh my gosh. Like he did that so well.
It's like the conversation they have in the movie is a little bit different because he's talking about like how he's made peace with it. And he's trying to explain that concept to Rocky, which was just cute. But then
because Rocky's like, what does that mean?
He turns around and he's Ryland's walking away, and you just see Rocky sitting there thinking, even though how do you know he's thinking? Yeah. He's a rock, like he has no face.
You can just tell.
But you can just see it in his body. And like, oh.
Yeah.
He like calls out to him and Ryland turns around. My gosh, why am I crying so much? And he brings it up and you just see it like
you just see it across his face. He's just like, I don't have to die. Like
you see like the weight lifted off of Ryland's shoulders because like he obviously hadn't made peace with it, and Rocky was like, I thought you made peace with it. And he's like, no, that's just something people say. Because obviously, no matter what, that sucks for him.
Yeah.
And he had no way out. And the fact, I don't know, it was like seeing him process the emotion of now he has hope that he gets to live, but also like the fact that Rocky was like, I'll do it for you. I will fix this for you. It was like, such an emotional moment. And we're just like sitting there sobbing.
And it was just like exactly what I'd hoped the moment was going to be, because like that moment got me in the book, and it was just exactly.
I think like, I don't know, is it like a voice actor who plays for Rocky or what? But just like.
It's the same guy.
It's Ryan Gosling?
Oh, no. The same guy who does the whole book.
Oh, he.
No, okay, sorry. Wait, I didn't understand your question. Movie. I thought you meant in the book.
I don't know if in the movie the voice for Rocky is like an I assume it's probably somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just think the dynamic between Rocky and Ryland was displayed so well, which is also another testament of like Ryan Gosling's acting, because how are you displaying such a relationship with a literal rock? And I don't know what he was looking at during filming.
Yes.
So insane. Did you find it?
I'm trying to figure it out. Oh yeah, there's an actual guy who plays Rocky.
That's what I thought. It's probably someone's voice that they just like edit to make it sound a little bit like more animated. I did want to bring up, I think the movie was like perfect. Like I don't think they could have, I don't know. I just think it was really phenomenally done. But I wonder if, like as we were sitting there in the theater, Faith and I were sobbing. Like the second Ryland wakes up in the ship, I was like, and he like looks at, like he just starts doing stuff. I'm sobbing. Like I'm starting to cry over everything. And I think obviously that's heavily impacted because we read it. So like I'm going into this already understanding all the emotions that he's feeling and like things he's gonna go through. So it's like every single scene of anything happening, I was like sobbing during it, and I'm like, these people are probably all sitting in this theater looking at us like we're insane.
Yeah. But no, I know you couldn't hear it because there was a part where there was a lot of comedy, like the way we were saying how in the book he's like lighthearted and like he does little jokes. It was the same way in the movie. So there is a lot of comedic relief.
It's a very like comedic,
so like it literally like you'll be crying emotional. And he'll do something that like has that little
you're
comedic
crying while
relief.
You're laughing.
Yeah, and so there was a part that we were just like laughing at because like it pertained to like, oh, we know this from the book.
Yeah.
And Rosie was like, we probably like, she leaned into me. She's like, we probably seem like weird as like we're the only ones laughing, but you couldn't hear it. There was a couple people from behind us and in front of us that were laughing every time we were.
Okay. I'm not saying that nobody there did read the book, but I do think that like influenced a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think it made me love it even more.
I almost wonder if the guy next to me read the book, because from the get-go he was like, oh, this is awesome. Like he kept saying things that I was like, this his reaction to me feels like he's read the book. But
I just think I don't know.
I think that's the way it always is.
Yeah.
When you've read the book.
You go into like, we already understand these characters, but like for everyone else, they have to start to get to know them. But I did want to say like, going off of that, I think it's, what was I going to say? I think the emotion behind certain things that they didn't have time to fully explain probably wasn't there for other people.
Yeah.
Like the whole scene where Ryland he opens up the astrophage fuel tank and he smells the whatever it's called, the Telmeba. Like that was a very quick scene in the movie, which I don't think was bad. Like I don't really know how much they could have gone through that, but like I don't know. I just think there's certain moments
when you read it, it was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, like
you can't experience the full emotion of the scene because we don't have his inner dialogue or like his fully, I don't know, like they can't fully flesh out every single scene.
Yeah,
but I think they did like really good for what they could.
They did that a little bit with adding it. One thing that was different, the video logging.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
they added in like a video diary aspect, which wasn't like taking over the movie. It was just like little bits here and there.
But it like definitely all it was them being able to voice his inner thoughts.
Yeah, that's literally what it was. Was like him just kind of voicing his inner thoughts, but
made it seem natural versus him like having to speak that out loud.
Yeah, or something. And then that like at the end
is what
what I was saying. Like what I felt like was missing from the book that we didn't get to see, because obviously it's not in anybody else's point of view, it's just his, is that he does send that back and you see Strat like older, much older, 26 years older.
Yeah. Getting
it and kind of being emotional to it or whatever. And like that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that was a nice,
like, and
I
she's
do
like,
feel like that's a very,
here we go,
like,
guys, like let's get to work on the Talmuba, like, and save the world, basically.
I do think that was a good insertion for the movie, but honestly I'm fine without it in the book because I don't know.
Yeah.
I love,
it's like implied, because in the book they do say, like, Rocky says, like,
oh yeah,
he tells him that the sun is like back to full.
But I kind of enjoy it in books where we don't, like, obviously the whole book is from Ryland's perspective, so we're not gonna know what all is happening.
But in a perfect world, we'd know.
But in a perfect world, everything's fine. Yeah, I just think some of those emotional scenes, like, you just can't feel the entire emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Like the whole, I think also with, I can't remember their names, but Shapiro, that was one of them. The two backup members that died in the lab explosion. That seemed to me too. I was like, you probably, if you haven't read the book, there's not like as much emotion to it because we didn't get to see it all, like Ryland sitting and giving them like classes or whatever, because like he's telling them everything, like he's teaching them what he knows and what he's found, so we didn't get to see the progression of their build up, like their relationship. So I think that kind of
also
took away the emotion from that scene a little bit, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think you get a different experience reading the book. Sorry, what?
Just a side note, you made me think of it. There was a one of the crew members that like goes on the flight with him, the actress, the whole time we were like, who is this? Like we recognized her and we were like, why do we know this person? And we ended up finding out she used to be like, she used to be in AT&T commercials, like every single one. She had like the dark brown hair with the bangs.
Yeah,
her name was Lily or whatever.
Yeah, I remember like we were
the whole time.
We looked it up on Google and she was in nothing. Like what is she?
But during the movie, during the movie you started looking it up and it was the part where they start telling him like, we're sending you, and I was like, put your phone down because you're gonna want to see this part. I know, like it got emotional very quickly fast. And I was like,
you're gonna want to see this.
Oh my gosh, just the way Ryan Gosling acted that out, getting that news was insane. Like I felt like I was getting the news for myself.
Yeah,
he did such a good job.
Yeah, he like portrayed it so well. Also, that back to back, we experienced that. Also,
we got a little bit of Strat emotional with that. Did you notice?
Which I liked because that's how I pictured it. Yeah, I didn't picture Strat as like this mean, like dictator, emotionless girl. Like I think she has emotion.
She has heart. But
she's in this position where she's just like has to like she's doing what she can to save the world, and it's like obviously a terrible situation. There's no, I feel like, exact right, wrong, or
when she brought up like that. If he doesn't go, the result is going to be starvation, and then wars are going to happen. The way wars didn't even cross my mind, but like that's
the way
obviously
she like
happen.
Explained what would happen was very. Like, whoa. But we got that scene, and then right after that was when like we flash forward to
and
Rocky,
then that's when they say bye,
and that's when him and Rocky say bye, and I'm like, I have a pounding headache right now because I'm just sobbing so much over this. I think it was a very good movie.
Yeah, I don't think I have
now one of my favorite.
Probably. No, I know, I love it. As soon as I afterwards, I called my husband because I didn't get to see him today because it lined up with him having to work and stuff. But I was like, I want you to watch this movie, please. Like, he's so good. Oh, Ryan Gosling's just so good. He's like I've always loved him as an actor, but like I feel like the past few years he's becoming like one of my favorite actors.
I just feel like you can see like he's getting really good. Like obviously he's been good, but I wanted to say like whoever directed this movie, fantastic. I'm gonna need you to hop on every book to movie adaptation because that was
so good,
done so well. Like there was.
I already want to see it again.
I know it's one of those movies that you just enjoy.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I have a ton of good things I could say about it.
I just really like this book. I was not expecting to love this book so much. It was like so surprising, and I'm so glad we did it. And if you participated in the Fable, thank you so much because it was just so much fun.
Such a fun month reading this with y'all.
I know it's making me excited. Like I hope that y'all read along for this coming month. The second book for Shield of Sparrows. It's called Rights of Starling. I'm really excited because I feel like it's another it's probably gonna be like 2 good months in a row. You know?
Yeah. Keep the momentum up.
This is the
Let us know
episode.
Books y'all want to read because it's such a fun time.
Oh yeah, let us know. This is the longest episode we've ever done.
Yeah, literally.
So long.
Can you tell we like the book?
I know. Oh, so good. I know. Part of me was like, because we wanted to see the movie. I was like, before I get spoilers inevitably because I always get spoilers.
But also, I just want to see the movie.
Yeah, I also was like,
I'm like ready to
coming off of that book. I was like, I need to see this right now. And so I was like, wait, should we watch it before we film this? But like, just the way that everything works out with timing and
like, but I texted her. I was like, we can see it. I just think we shouldn't like include the movie in the whole discussion of the book. Yeah, like, we can have a portion at the end where we talk about it.
Because I was scared that it was gonna like sway the way we talked, but I don't think it did. Spot on with the book. So like it really did not.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for listening for this super duper long episode. I know Jordan probably loved it. Our cousin, every time we do a long one, she's like, yay, a long one. But it's so excited to be back next week for whatever we're gonna do.
We'll see. So excited for next month. Loving
next week is April. Is like now April this 1st. Is the last one of March, right?
Yeah, this is last March. See you next month. We've just been having so much fun lately. It just feels like our community is really like growing and like we're all just interacting so much with each other and it's been really fun.
How many episodes have we done back now?
I think only actually I don't know, when did we come back?
Because we came back like mid-February.
Mid-February.
February 11th, I thought.
Probably like 5 or 6.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Thanks for having us in your ears. We'll see you next week.